It's been pretty good, to be honest. I mean, he's challenging me in everything, on the field, off the field. So, I mean, just, being in a room with a guy like that, you know, taking a different path for me, but he's also, excelling in one of the top dogs in this league. So, I mean, he's doing everything the right way. So I'm just, just trying to follow in his path.
Knowing his contract situation and the fact that he's still here every day showing his work, what kind of example does that set for you?
It sets a pretty good example because I mean, obviously he wants that contract, but more than that, he wants to be here with us, co-workers, but ultimately like the brothers. He cares about the interior D line. We got kind of a lot of rooks in there right now, so he's kind of taking all of us under his wing. Benito, Matt Dickerson, all those guys that's been here, so they're kind of just like putting in a collective effort of trying to help us, but also fend for themselves as well.
What's the biggest difference you found life in the NFL compared to college football?
Uh, I'll say in the NFL, practice is much faster, much more intense. Sometimes it's a little shorter, but the speed of practice and speed of Indy is definitely ramped up for sure.
What's your relationship like with some of the other rookies on the team?
It's pretty good. I think we have a really tight knit group, to be honest. Everybody's pretty much cool with each other. We hang out a lot outside the facility, along with inside the facility. We have like a rookie show coming up, so we're all like planning and doing stuff like that. So we got a pretty tight knit and cool group.
Eddie, what stands out about the way Coach Clark emphasizes technique and fundamentals and how he gets the most out of his game?
Yeah, that's the main focus, to be honest, because what you do in Indy, the technique wise, you take that to team. So if we could focus on individual and doing the right techniques, take that to team. But if it's not perfect from him, you're doing it again. So if you're on one drill, you might do that drill like 6 times until you get it right, because he's all about perfection. So yeah.
Have you had any battles with Savaya and Naya yet?
Oh yeah, we're
Who's winning
battling.
that?
It's a battle every day, to be honest. I mean, me and Coach Clark, we were in there watching film of the walkthroughs. We're battling in the walkthroughs still, even though we're out not in pads or anything. So I mean, everything, we do everything together. First in the building, last in the building. So we're just challenging each other, on the field and off the field.
What's your role in the rookie talent show? Are you going to sing to the rest of the group? Do a song? Or what?
Nah, we got kind of like a little skit coming up. Do a funny impression video. So it's gonna be pretty funny.
Do impressions of teammates or veterans?
No, some of the coaches. Yeah.
Are you going to do Mike?
You said, huh? You said, am I gonna do Mike? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
All right, give us a little something then.
I can't. He's more of an amped guy. When he comes in the team meeting, he's music blasting. Crunking his head.
We'll let you work on it.
Yeah.
How cool is it that you and Jonah are just gonna kind of be pushing each other throughout your careers here with the Dolphins?
I mean, it is very cool. Just because we know the standard of obviously offensive line coach holds him to, but he knows the standard that Clark holds of me. So every rep, every mental rep, every physical rep is going to be a battle. So we both know that, but at the end of the day, we're trying to help each other, even though we're on different sides of the ball.
What do you think of how the pass rush can come from different angles with this team? The edges, interior pass rush. You know that's part of your game. Zach, obviously back-to-back 10-sack seasons.
Yeah, we got some dogs up there. I mean, just from the interior, Benito, Zach, me, Jordan Phillips, all the rookies. On the edge, that's crazy. You got Chop, you got Jaden Phillips, you got Bradley Chubb. So those guys, it was a play yesterday. Both of those guys were in, and it was just like a sandwich sack. So it was pretty cool. Those guys were coming off the edge.
Is there anything that surprised you so far this week in your first NFL game?
I'll just nothing really surprised me. It's just another day of practice, intense practice. So, I mean, we're definitely in the building a lot more. Clark holds us to a standard. Always be the last one, first one in. So, I mean, just grinding every day.
When you're a rookie, you're gonna make mistakes. How do you balance giving yourself grace with trying to be the best you can be, and not necessarily being hard on yourself, but how do you kind of strike that balance?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to strive for perfection, but, Clark says, it's never as good as it seems, but it's never as bad as it seems. So, being able to find that balance and find the small things and even the big things to work on. So, I mean, just always, he says, you know, just you haven't arrived. Even though you're a first rounder, you haven't arrived. So you're just like everybody else. So he holds.